Alright, so the reason I've come here today is because you are uncomfortable in your own head, and I want to tell you why. I think I'm going to go for a walk. Okay, so I lied. I'm not actually going for a walk. I'm going to go skateboarding. It is so cold. Let the ducks go.
Here comes the story of a hurricane, and a temper lost like quiet tears in rain. No love is lost, or no sweet wisdom gained. So save your tears, then save yourself the shame. Cyclone.
Right, get this. Silence is going extinct. 20 years ago, when you were bored or you had nothing to do, you could either A, deal with it, or B, you could go outside and maybe go for a walk or go hiking, go talk with friends, whatever. Nowadays, there's something in your pockets called a phone. If you're bored, you just whip this thing out and you distract yourself for 3 hours on it. Oh.
I could taste in the air a familiar sense of pride. And the wind it blows
You see, nowadays it's rare to be in your own head at the mercy of silence, right? And I'm no saint either. Too often do I find myself doom scrolling for hours on end through Instagram, Facebook, whatever you're using, right? And I'm numbing my dopamine senses or serotonin senses, whatever it's called. And it's not a good thing. And here's why. Social media wants you to become addicted, right? It wants to be a massive swaying force in your life. And that is the sole reason you are uncomfortable in your own head. You cannot sit there by yourself for 5 minutes just thinking. Nowadays, the real life is an escape from technology. It's not the other way around. 20 years ago, it used to be technology was an escape from the real life. Other way around now. How are you expected to become the best version of yourself and to achieve all these wild goals and dreams and fantasies if you can't even sit by yourself for 5 minutes? It's not good, man.
I remember said I'm breaking bones. Out in the fire, won't leave it alone. It was bent and I was unable to pull them inside.
That one.
So bend down them bridges, dig up them walls. What's that you got? Cause I'll have one of those. Darcy, I can never hate ya if I try. Cyclone. You're on your own. Cyclone.
Now, Brody, I hear you ask, how do I fix this? How do I become unaddicted? You don't. You're f***ed. I'm kidding. Everyone's different. Everyone's got different ways of living their own life. I don't know. This is just what's worked for me. Personally, I live a life worth telling. I try and do as many things as I possibly can that will, in 20 years' time, allow me to have great stories to tell. Another thing, if you're bored, shut up. Another thing, if you're bored, just don't reach for your phone. Just don't do it. If you're bored, go read a book, go hiking, go swimming, go hang out with friends. Do something that isn't doom scrolling Another one you can do is when you wake up, don't touch your phone. I've got a physical alarm clock, really loud, and I set it across on the other side of the room. So basically, when my alarm goes off, I'm forced to get out of bed to switch it off. And that sudden start of the day really kickstarts my productivity or whatever. I don't know. I'm not very productive. Once I'm out of bed, I sit there and go, oh, well, then I may as well stay out of bed. And then sometimes I go reach for my phone, sometimes I won't. But I've found on the days where I don't reach for my phone, my day's a whole lot better. My day's just improved a lot more. Don't live someone else's life, right? Because a lot of these 6-second reels you're scrolling through are someone else's glorified parts of their life, right? You don't see the negative parts of their life. So you sit there and you compare yourself and you're like, well, I wish I had this and I wish I had that. Just go do it. You don't see the negative parts of their life, right? They've been through just as much crap as you. They've been in the exact same place as you. Live in the moment. Don't live distracted. I don't know. God, this is relaxing. Anyway, this isn't actually a message against social media. Social media is so good in so many ways, like spreading awareness, fostering creativity, bolstering acceptance, creating community, bringing people together, all in moderation. There's so many negatives that can come from using it too much. And I think nowadays that negative side, that addiction, is main driving factor in why most people use social media. I think I'm going to leave this video here. As always, I don't really know what I'm doing. I hope to catch you on the flip side. Stay cruisy. Brothers, rock on! Woo!
Soaping down them bridges, dig up them moles. What's that you got? Cause I'll have one of those. Darcy, I can never hate ya if I try.
Right, now that I'm done with telling all these people not to use social media, I'm gonna have social media to myself. I'm gonna go check my DMs. Beep boop, beep beep beep, beep 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 beep, beep beep beep, beep 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 beep. I concern myself sometimes. The video's over. What are you doing? And why is there a rub swing there? Go home. Ugh. Go home. What are you doing? Ugh. I just stood in mud. Cue epic intro. Restarting. That didn't work. This here is my mortal enemy. Whenever I go out, I step in some. Conquered. Go get some. I don't know. I've got.